Sesibuyile hangi. Sesibuyile ke. To hang a few seconds. Few seconds. Bengisamthanda lapho sineche sasho ukuthi God is greater than anything. He's greater than my bank account. He's greater than my finances. He's greater than my problem. He's greater than anything that is created la emhlabeni. So know how great God is in your life, and then everything else will be taken care of. And it's the truth. When you know who God is in your life, you are not shaken. You are not moved. Uhambela le kude umdoubter lo nkulunkulu okhuluma ngayo ukuthi mkhulu, kodwa uthola ukuthi awumthembi yena, uyithemba wena. Uthemba amandla akho, uthemba ukwenza kwakho. But when you know who he is, he is amazing. Khona intshumayelo yashunyayela uma N Tryon ethi God is our Father, and it was powerful. I'll have to play it one of the days. It's amazing, so powerful who God is. If we understand who he is, what he has created, what he can do, oh gosh, I think we need to remind ourselves every day ukuthi uNkulunkulu yini akwazi ukuyenza egameni lika Jesu. Amen. So let us continue ke. Bese sakhuluma ke laphayana sikhuluma about love, ukuthi love. Don't wait for other people to be loving. Noma sithi nje, don't wait for other people to love you, to give you, to be compassionate to you, to be grateful for you, to forgive you, to be generous or to be friendly. Just lead the way. I remember namuthi there was a time la moyengcwele enganginenkinga with my relationship, because I've been tested so much in relationships, not because people were bad, but I realized manje ukuthi it was me who needed to grow, and it was me who needed to change. So now ngithi why isibanibani engakwenzi lokho? That was my famous question, Mbuzo Baba. Why isibanibani engakwenzi lokho? Up until ngifinyelela la ukuthi khona, you know what, if isibanibani engakwenzi lokho ufuna kwenziwe imina ngifuna ngenze lento isibanibani engicabanga ukuthi ufuna la yenze. So until ngaqala ke ngasebenza ukuthi okay, when I ask myself why isibanibani engangibingeleli, it means funa kube yimina ohamba ngiyombingelela. Why isibanibani engangifoneli, kusho ukuthi mina funa ngithatha ucingo ngimfonele. Why isibanibani engakwenza ukuthi imina ayifuna ngiqale ngwe. Why engangivakasheli, kusho ukuthi mina ayifuna ngimvakashele. But right now, as we are going to transition, as we go along the way, ukuthi people are offended when people are not doing things. Like for instance, right now, as we khona coronavirus, abantu they are behaving differently. Kwifiye abanye abantu bayasaba nje, they feel unsafe. Uthola ukuthi umuntu usaba ukuthi makwaphuma nje ivirus izohlala phezulu kwakhe. So now when amawuhleli la ukhona uzokhala ngabantu ukuthi abakuvakasheli ngani, you don't know what struggle they are facing in terms of fear. And the fear ekhona noma le situation ekhona, it reveals ama fears now that we need to deal with as an individual, as human beings. So now this is not the time of blaming other people. This is the time of saying, you know what, it is what it is. I will do whatever I can do. And also this time is pushing us to re-evaluate the things maybe that we have been saying and the expectations that we've been having about to call is supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to be loved. I'm supposed to be taken care of. I'm supposed to maybe God is telling us we need to shift to a place if ungenzakalanga kumina, maybe I need to ask myself ngikwenzile yini kwabanye. But mangikwenzile kwabanye kwangafika kumina, I need to ask myself ngakwenzelani, ngangikwenzela ukuthi beze kumina yini, or else ngangikwenzela because it was the right thing to do. And then mawula ukhona uthi Nkosi kusho ukuthi khona into ngifundisa yona, because izimo maziza kuthina, you need to say why is this coming to destroy me, instead of saying that we need to say what is this coming to teach me, because every situation that comes to teach us something. You know, when I started changing and asking myself what is this situation revealing me, na THABISILE, what areas are being revealed, especially those areas that are being irritated. Why am I being irritated? Why am I being anxious? Why am I being angry? Why am I being critical and judgmental? Those areas have nothing to do with lo muntu lo or stir up that reaction in me. It has everything to do with me. Or with how long am I going to allow that dirt to remain in my heart? Am I going to allow it to come out, or am I going to give myself excuses why I'm going to keep on remaining the same, whereas God is bringing to me situations that are revealing and telling me that I need to change and become a greater and a better Christian. We need to strive to become better and greater Christian. This thing is all about you. It has nothing to do with anybody else, but it's about me, it's about you, and it's about asking, what is it that you're going to do? Be responsible. Work on yourself and become your best you. Working on yourself. Maybe long zokuchaza kabanzi noma kakhulu if sesile lapha sakhuluma ngeinhlobo zothando. Ukuthi siyazi ke njengabazalwane ngisazowafunda ngama scripture ukuthi siyazi ukuthi uthando luhlukene ka4 according to iBhayibheli, ukuthi uthando kukhona uthando silibiza ngokuthi eros, this kind of love, and then mase kuba khona istorge. Malibhalwa leli libhalwa ngokuthi STORGE, leyo kuqala eros ibhalwa ukuthi EROS, and then mase kuba khona iphilea ebhalwa ngokuthi PHILIA, and then mase kuba khona agape ebhalwa ngokuthi AGAPE. Eros is a sensual and romantic love. Is the love that we find between partners, abantu abathandanayo. And also, if you remember, there was a time la kwakhulunywa khona about Cupid. Abalingana nathi ke bayazi ukuthi khona lesi story lwamehlo wayekhetha umuntu depending ukuthi ukhulume ivoice wayithanda yini, athi ngikhetha umiddle one, number 2, noma ngikhetha number 1. Mayisevula amehlo mase siyabona, oh okay, angcono bangikhetha number 3 because ubevalwa amehlo bejaja ngetone, ajaje ngamazwi umuntu awakhulumayo. Laphaya kwakukhona ke uNkulunkulu noma uNkulunkulu wakuthiwa Cupid lapha eRoman. So it was associated with the sensual and romantic love. And then mase kuba khona ke istorge, which is a family love, a love that exists between umama nengane, ubaba nengane, osisi nobhuti. It's a family love where that love is when we know it's related. Yabona, ubhuti wami angeke ngibe ne sensual love nawe because la kudlala istorge love. And then mase kuba khona iphilea love, which we are calling a brotherly love that unites us as believers and also that unites us as human beings. Ukuthi ngiyamthanda umnganami angithi yabona. So we are not family necessary, but this love iphilea, it exists between believers, between friends. And then mase kuba khona agape love, which is the love of God for humanity. It's a love makuthiwa God is love, God is agape, is the love that God is for the humanity. So ngiyacabanga ukuthi you understand ke when we talk about asinaso isikhathi sokuyongena singene kakhulu ekukhulumeni ngalezi inhlobo lezi zothando, but ngicanga ukuthi ngizenze zaba simple ukuze we understand. So uthando ke loluke, but kunama categories. As much as ngimthanda umyeni wami ngothando likaNkulunkulu iagape, I mean ngefileyo yokuthi we are in the Lord, but futhi ngimthanda as eros because we are lovers, we are in a relationship of a sensual and romantic love. And then for me and my boys, we have this storge love because we are family, siyazalana. Yeah, so asiqhubekeleni phambili ke, and then mase siya sike sithatha amavesi esokwazi ukuthi siwafunde. But before siya amavesini, I would like us to talk about ama quotes ambalwa engithanda ukuthi siwamention about loving other people. Okay, bese sishilo ukuthi don't wait for others to be loving. Okay, love others so radically they wonder why. Love speaks for itself. Umuntu mangabe umthanda uyazi ukuthi uyamthanda, because love speaks for itself. We say ka science, love has a vibration that changes everything. Like the vibration of love melts the evil, because uthando lunamandla. I remember ukuthi when I was so down in life, like sa figure out izinto senguyena umama umfundisi, because I was figuring out ukuba umama umfundisi, figuring out the position that I was in. There was a time lang I decided no, I need to invest on me. I need to work on me. Work on yourself perfectly. Okay? Work on yourself and then become your best. I decided, you know what? I'm going to work on myself and become my best. Now, and ngifunde about the love and emotion, because my emotions were a roller coaster. Like I'm good, yelling ilanga is like I cannot sleep at night because my mind is spinning and I'm thinking. And logo kwangilitelektheni ngifunde about my emotions, ngathola I pyramid, so we see sharing ngelinye ilanga, but I've shared it in some of my teachings, where I saw a triangle ebheka nje phansi ebheke phezulu, then uthola ukuthi lapha phansi ino depression ihambe inyuke in the middle ibe nokuthi, you know what, I'm willing to change, and then inyuke futhi ize ibe la ukuthi I'm expecting better things to come in my life, and then izinyuke ifike 700 life inyela khona ukuthi uthando, and then ngenhla mase kuba ijoy, mase kuba ipeace, mase kuba phezulu kube wisdom. And then ngathi mangiyibuka lento nga understand ukuthi oh okay, mawungaphili othandweni usukuluphila a life of struggle, a life of being a victim, a life of stress, a life okay, it is absolutely my responsibility for me to go up. When we talk about the vibration, when we talk about the frequency, to go up to the frequency of love and live there. And in this frequency of love, I will hear everything that pertains to love. As now ulalele, if it was an FM radio, you would have scrolled the radio waya kwi frequency la kukhona khona car radio, wasusuzwa izinto ezikhulunywa ka car radio, and lapha kwi frequency yothando, nothing negative is able to stay there, because love is so powerful. It dissolves everything that is negative. It comes to a place which is dying and brings life, and brings a resurrection. It brings life again. The place was dying, but when loves come in, kube khona refreshment, and then you find things starting to grow again. Ways into bese seyifile uthola ukuthi seziyamove again, mase kuyenzeka kwenzeke kube khona flow, and then you find flowers starting to bloom again, trees blooming and fruits. That is how we know ukuthi lapha yamasikhuluma nga fruit of the spirit. Love is the gateway. Love is the first fruit eqalayo mase sekubalwa kahle. Love seems like is the substance that makes all the other fruits ukuthi akwazi ukuthi enzeke. Without love you will never be able to go to the other fruits ukuthi abe enzeke empilweni yakho. So it's important ukuthi kwi gateway, the gate of the fruit of the spirit, love is number one, because it becomes the foundation of all the joy, the kindness, the long suffering, gentleness, nazo zonke lezi zinto ezibalwayo ama fruit of the spirit. So now, and then I understood ukuthi okay, kwi responsibility yami to go up, ngiyohlala la uNkulunkulu ekhona. I need to move up. It is my responsibility, and also I need to see when I am dropping, going to where there is death. I need to make sure I find a way where I lift myself up, and it's a conscious decision. It's not something like hypnotism and then something comes in me and makes me and like njengoPopeye lo osuyipuppet osukucontrol owenziswa into, but at the same time umoya ongcwele osenzisayo. Kodwa umoya ongcwele does not take your ability, your will, akayithatha intando yakho, umoya ongcwele usebenzisana nawe. If ignore, he speaks and speaks and speaks until he becomes quiet, ayithulele, then uhambe uzozwa futhi nawe khoxo, sekunalo khoxo lo ngaphakathi, sekune space kuwena ukuthi umoya ongcwele useyithulele noma sengimcimile, nikuthizo kaNkulunkulu singamcimi umoya ongcwele. Amen. So now when we're talking about love, which it has different categories, now I want us to read another quote. Etini, we love others best when we love God the most. You see, now tina sikwenza kanjena, I want to love people and then I want to love God. But when we decide to go, okay, maybe in your life there are people that don't love you, the key here is to move away your attention glabobantu, because at the end of the day you can never make them love you, because abanye babo bafears abanawo, abanye they don't even know the definition of love. Maybe you'll find that they are doing the best that they can. Abanye uthola ukuthi contact yashiwo TD Jakes that touched my heart and I loved it so much. To TD Jakes, you know, sometimes we want a kind person to give us a gallon love. A pint side person to give you a gallon size love. Uthola ukuthi umuntu akanalo uthando olungako, mayethele nje ipint kuwena usezile, wena ungaluza uthando lwakhe, kodwa uthola ukuthi uyithele wonke, uzifake wonke, wathulula konke, kodwa wena usathi akakuthandanga, kodwa iqiniso lokuthi he has or noma she has done the best that he can, noma he was able to do, but wena wahluleka ukunderstand ukuthi lo muntu wenze the best. So now the truth is we love others best when we love God. Now can we change manje? Sihambe sothanda uNkulunkulu ngako konke kwethu. Even futhi neBhayibheli liyasho when Jesus was telling abaFarisi befuna ukuzomtesta ukuthi imuphi umthetho omkhulu, ukuthi wathi thanda uNkulunkulu ngakho konke kwakho, ngamandla akho onke, ngengqondo yakho yonke, yabo ngakho konke kwakho, is like with your whole being love God and then love your neighbor as you love yourself. That is the right sequence. So you know what, there are people that I'm struggling to love right now. There are people I'm trying by all means ukuthi kube khona I relationship phakathi kwethu, but akwenzeki. When you try and you strive and you work hard ukuthi leyo relationship ibe right, ngeke izibe right until you go and love God with all that you have. And you will have to discover for yourself ukuthi uNkulunkulu umthanda kanjani. Maybe the first step is to discover who God is. What does God mean to you? What is he capable of in your life? And then fall in love with him and love him so much. And if you would still struggle to come into that place, another thing that you can do is that you can fill your love or heart with love, familiarize yourself with the feeling of love, and then that will change your heart and transform your heart. Okay, so now we love others the best when we love God the most. Abantu, they are looking for love, but they are looking for it in wrong places. The right place to start in is when you love the source that gave you life. You love the one who stays there, who's unseen but who's everywhere. You love him most, and then your heart will be able to love other people. Otherwise, you're trying to do something that you cannot do. Let us read the last one. Be so busy loving God, loving others, and loving your life that you have no time for regret, worry, fear, or drama. You see, when you make these things important, these are the two laws that are important: loving God, loving others, and loving yourself. And then you have no time for regrets, that when you look at your life, you have no regrets. Maybe somebody is asking me, there are things that I don't like that happened in my life. There are people that I thought they were loving me, but they disappointed me. But now is the time for you to let go, because that is the story you're telling yourself it does not exist. Anything that is in the past no longer exists, but you can keep it alive by always speaking it, by reviving it. Reviving into esifile uthatha isidumbu sesifile uzohlala naso la uthi uyasithanda usibu yabona uhlale nento enukayo. Let go of those things lezo. Ngiyakhumbula uMangcwele ethi kimi yazi THABISILE, these stories that you are telling yourself ziyafana nomgqomo, awuhambi yeka mgqomo ubone ukuthi uzosurvive nokuhlala khona. And luckily the other time I drove next kwala kulahlwa khona imgqomo, ngayibuza ukuthi abantu abasebenza lana basebenza kanjani. And it reminded me ukuthi, you know what, that is what I was telling you. When you keep on talking about all things, you are keeping this thing alive. Just let it go. It's true ke ukuthi we refuse to let other things go because we've addicted ourselves to those things. It's like, but the sense of be alive, we have a reason to live because we are saying this story. But the truth is, there is a better place. There is a better place where you can breathe freely, when you can breathe fresh air, when you can become the best you, rather than to kuhlala lapho uyixoxele leso story esingayisindawo but esikwenza ube stuck and become a victim, and you become a person who doesn't have the power to do anything. I just want to say to you, do have the power, you do have the capabilities. And as I'm saying this, I'm not saying compare yourself with anyone. Look at your life and tell yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, THABISILE, you do have the power to do something about this. The one who created the heavens and the earth dwells in you. Absolutely, you can do absolutely anything that you want to do. You can become anything that you want to become. The truth is, I know ukuthi kukhona ama struggles akhona othola ukuthi ufuna ludile nawo, kukhona inqabe ufuna luyibhidlize, kukhona indonge zakhiwa for iminyaka, ezinye zakhiwa wena as you were surrounding yourself, protecting yourself from danger. Now you need to break down those walls so that you can feel love and open your heart to love again. That is the work that you need to do. Unfortunately, there's no other way around. But if you choose to close your heart, that is your choice also. Now let us go and look at some of scriptures that we can find in the Bible about loving other people. Lapha ufunda 1 John chapter 3 verse 10. Lithi iBhayibheli, by this the children of God and the children of the devil can be distinguished. Anyone who does not practice righteousness is not of God, nor is anyone who does not love his brother. So again, he personalizing. If I do not love my brother, I am not of God. And if I do not practice righteousness, I am not of God. It means I am the child of the devil. I don't like that. But on the other way around, if I practice righteousness, it means I am of God. If I love my brother, it means I am of God. It means I am the child of God. Maybe you just need to recite that in yourself. I'm a loving person. I am a child of God. I love my brother. I am a child of God. I practice righteousness. What is practicing righteousness? Is to always do the right thing all the time. Do the right thing. And how do you know whether you are doing the right thing? You will feel peace. It is always accompanied by peace when you have done the right thing. You do the right thing even if you are left alone. I remember I heard Oprah ngelinye ilanga ekhuluma, and she said something which was profound. She says there are episodes that were recorded that never saw the light of airing, the light of day. Why she realized, you know what, this thing is not going to build anyone. Other than that, this thing is going to destroy someone. Even if she will choose, you know what, I'm not going to air this because that one soul is going to be destroyed. Just to make an example, mother comes to Oprah. I believe when they were coming to Oprah, I never watch Oprah shows ngisamncane nangalezo ikhathi because ekhaya sasivamisile ukuthi singabi nayo TV. So now uma ngabe lo mama efika, she's repented manje, or she's a reverend by day and then she's a prostitute by night, unendodana, and then she goes to Oprah ahambe ayosho story sakhe. And then mayiseshilo waxoxa ke zonke izinto azenzayo by night abantu abanye abangazazi Oprah yambuza ukuthi do you have a son or do you have children? That's I do have a son. What I said to Oprah, you know what? This is not going to be played on air. What's ngobani? What for the sake yokuthi uma usuxoxa lento, what is going to happen to your child? He will never forgive me for allowing me ukuthi uma wakhe akhulume yonke lawo mahlazo awashoyo ku radio futhi ewashare before millions and millions of people. How many of us are able to evaluate before we react, before we do something ukuthi yabona lento is going to destroy future yami, it's going to destroy future yomunye umuntu? And then you choose to do the right thing. You choose to keep quiet. Noma ubufuna ukukhuluma. You choose to forgive. Noma ubufuna ukuthi I want justice. I want this person to suffer for what they've done for me. For me, you are able to go to a situation and look at it. It's okay. Ake ngithi sengiyitholile ke justice ngiyayenza yonke lento engiyenzayo. Mase sengifike egcineni yini engizoyithola lana? And then you tell yourself the truth. And then you come back and you say, I will do the right thing. It might feel uncomfortable, but I will do the right thing. Even though sometimes abanye abantu bezokujudge, she says she was criticized for those decisions, but she understood if she did that level of force that she sent to that son will come back and find her. And she says, I was not willing to do that to me. I was not willing to do that to me, because what I was about to do to that son was actually what I was doing to myself. If we look at life like that, we are going to avoid so many things that we can do just because we are being driven by our emotions. Ngiyakhumbula nami ukuthi I used to follow my emotions. I will fall, not that ukuthi mhlambe ngangibulala abantu noma kwakunjani, but I was a roller coaster yama emotions. And then uthola ukuthi ngizocabanga ngalento ngicabange kube khona abantu engibasolayo ngibacriticizeayo, but ngase ngiya understand ukuthi you know what, whatever force that I'm sending out, that force is going to come back and find me. Do I want that force to come back as much as I'm sending out? And I realized no, angiyithandi leyo nto. And iBhayibheli liyasho ukuthi enza kwabanye lokuthanda ukuthi kwenziwe kuwena. So ngiyathanda lento ibuyele izothola mina. Mhlambe ngeke itholeke mina kodwa izothola abantwana bami. Ngibathanda kanjena. Do I want lezi zinto ukuthi zibuye izothola abantwana bami? And I decided ngaleso sikhathi as much as we make ama life cover and we do ama insurances ukuze abantu esibathandayo bangasafarish, now I want to keep a spiritual inheritance for my sons ukuthi bona bangasafarish empilweni, because uma decided to make the right choices. So are you making the right choices? Are you doing the right thing? Do the right thing all the time. And then 1 John chapter 4 from verse 7 to 8, dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. Now you need to search your love. Are you loving? Is love dwelling in your heart? And if you don't love, you must know you do not know God, because God is love. So who is it that you are giving your excuse to hate? Love does not necessarily mean but you can let go and then no longer keep that story alive, and then put yourself in a place where you say, you know what, it's okay. But it doesn't mean ukuthi makuthiwa let us love one another hamba uyoyirabha kulowo muntu lowo ngoba ufuna ukuprove ukuthi usuyamthanda. Some people will hurt you again because nabo funale badlala indima yokushintsha ezimpilweni zabo. But you can stand where you are standing, and when you look at them, you no longer feel pain in your heart, but you feel love towards them. And when they maybe come to a place where they want your help, you are able to help them. Maybe let us go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And I love the scripture. I pray this ngiyalithanda ngendlela emangalisayo. This Bible, if I speak with the tongues of men and angels but have no love for others growing out of God's love for me, then I have become only a noisy gong and a clanging cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so that I can remove mountain but do not have love, I am nothing. Yayizwa le ukuthi noma ungaperforma ama miracles amakhulu kangakanani, but uma ungenalo uthando awulutho. If I give my possession to feed the poor, and if I surrender my body to be burned but do not have love, it does mean no good at all. I used to ask myself, what does that mean? Ukuthi if nginikeza abantu izipho kodwa ngingenalo uthando, and then I realized that you can give somebody a gift unganandaba nayo ungamthandi, and you need to realize that you have just wasted that. It doesn't mean anything. It's not good at all. There are these people who are people pleasers. I was one of them, where you do the good things before people's eyes, but your heart is not there. So what is important is that we put our hearts there and then we do. It's not necessarily important when izinto phambi kwabantu ukuthi basibone, ngoba uNkulunkulu uhlolisisa inhliziyo abheka ukuthi inhliziyo is matching what you do. But uthola lo muntu omuphi isipho awumfuni nala ihambe khona, uyamhleba, uyamcriticize, uyabona nje ufisa ukubi kodwa ngaye, but mase ufika phambi kwakhe umuphi isipho kube sengazi ukuthi uyamthanda kanti awunandaba naye. So we need to say, you know what, I might as well not give my gift, but ngenze sure ukuthi ngilungisa inhliziyo yami. Love angels with patience and serenity. Love is kind and thoughtful and is not jealous or envious. Love does not brag and is not proud or arrogant. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not provoking. It is not provoked. It does not take into account a wrong anger. It does not rejoice in injustice, but rejoice in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, angels all things. Love never fails. Yeah. So you know what? Ngiyambonga uPaul ukuthi wasinikeza le chapter because it tells us what love is. Love is not an emotion, even if it is, because an emotion is an indication yokuthi you are in the frequency of love, but love is more of action. So this is a doing word. It's like do. Sibona kanjani ukuthi unothando, sibona ngokuthi unjani nge-action. What does that mean then? Ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi you don't need, bengisa emphasize leli point lokuthi when you love someone, it doesn't not mean ukuthi go there ke manje uyoba too much ebusweni babo, but you can love someone and then do these things. Like for instance, your enemy comes, if unusizo ngeke uzosho oqala wenza ukuthi ngoba love angels everything. Love does not rejoice in injustice. Love does not remember izinto endala, and then you say okay, it's fine, but we need to work ourselves until sizifinyelele lapho, because sometimes for some of us it's not, you don't wake up and overnight to sulapho. It is a decision that you make every day. Sometimes you feel so much pain. Sometimes you feel like you are angry at yourself. How can you let this person go? But the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it, and then it becomes part of life. But the easiest way that I always teach people, familiarize your heart with love. Close your eyes and feel love, and feel joy, and feel peace, and feel compassion, and feel gratitude. And by teaching your heart that, it becomes easy, and your heart becomes healed, and then you start loving your enemies. You can't even explain because your heart is already healed. Do that, it will work wonders. Now let us go and talk about this part, because it's sesiyaphela le abantu bethi khona ngifuna ipartner empilweni yami kodwa ipartner anginayo. Let us go back ngoba ngesawafunda ke wonke lama verse lawa akhona maningi, but you can also read 1 John chapter 4 verse 16, 1 John chapter 4, uhambe nje ufunda 1 John chapter 4, Romans 5:5. Noma uthi nje Google what does the Bible say about loving other people, then all the scriptures will come to you. Okay, so nangu umuntu ethi I want a life partner, I want to get married, but angimboni lo muntu engimfunayo. Okay, into engizoyisho mina ukuthi for people who are looking for partners empilweni yabo, ngiyacela wenze le exercise, because I'm so in love with exercises. Ngiyacela ukuthi wenze le exercise le. write down the things that you want to see kwi-partner yakho. Okay, most of the time masibuza ufunani kumuntu ofuna ukuba i-partner yakho, umuntu uzoba angikufuni ukuthi, okay, give us a break, give yourself a break, don't tell us what you don't want, tell us what you want. It's normal for human beings ukuthi basho izinto abangayifuni bebe beqonda ukusho izinto abayifunayo. So I want to give you a task, go and write down izinto oyifunayo kulomuntu ozithandayo ofuna ukuthi abe nazo, uyibhala ukuthi ngifuna abe nothando, ngifuna nginakekele, ngifuna abe nemali, yabona. But logo ukuthi ufuna ube nemali is not that important. It should be not be number one. Ngifuna umuntu othembekile, honesty, ngifuna umuntu oyiphethe kahle, zonke lezo zinto. Mase usubhalile ke as much as you have written, and then mase usuya ke wena mase ubayi lezo zinto ke qala. Because that means mawufuna umuntu othembekile, thembeka ke nawo. Mawufuna umuntu onothando, iba nothando. Mawufuna umuntu ohloniphayo, hlonipha ke. Iba ilezo zinto, then umuntu onjalo will come in your life without you even trying so hard, because you have become those things that you want from the other partner. And also ngiyengizwa abantu besha ama statement ethi umuntu nje ngifuna ukushada kodwa ngizobuya khona makubheda. Already you must know what you've declared to ukuthi awufuna ukushada wena, because you are thinking of all the things that can go wrong, and also you are thinking about ukuthi yini lo amuntu lo omlindele ukuthi ezempilweni yakhe wrong azobeyenza. You are not thinking about yourself, ukuthi investing yourself, becoming the best of you, becoming the great lover, be full ugcwala uthando lukaNkulunkulu. Sishilo ukuthi ukuthanda omunye umuntu ukuthanda uNkulunkulu the most, then you'll be able to love another person. So love God so much, noma allow the love of God to fill you so much ngalendlela ukuthi there's absolutely nothing that can go wrong, because ngizomthanda lo umuntu ngimthande noma ngabe kuthiwa wenzeni. Most of the time thina we have conditional love, where we love people just because they are doing things as right. Love should not be conditional. Love should be unconditional. Okay, most of the days these days abantu they are struggling ngothandweni. They say bafuna uthando, umuntu uthola ukuthi mayiseshadile athi bengazi kanti umshado unzima kanje. Why? Is because we are making it very difficult ngama demands that you are putting on each other. But you need to fill yourself with love ngalendlela yokuthi you are not going to force anybody to become something that they don't want to be, but you will cherish them and love them for who they are and give them freedom to be who they are, because you are so full of love. Ayikho into kuwena ethi shintsha so that mina ngizokuthanda kangcono, because already God's love is so filling you ngalendlela ukuthi uthando lwakho noqhubeka kwakho noqhubeka kwe relationship does not depend ekutheni lo umuntu abe right, but it depends on ukuthi you are having fun together, you are celebrating each other, you are always looking for something good ozoyibuka rather than ukubona amaphutha wenzayo. If kukhona izinto ezwrong azenzayo awuyiboni, because the love that fills you does not see into wrong. Ukusho njalo ku 1 Corinthians chapter 13 ukuthi uthando lu blind, aluyiboni nje into wrong, it believes all things. So when you fill yourself with the love of God, you don't see anything wrong ngalo muntu, noma bekuthiwa abanye abantu bayayibona, but wena uyiboni because you are so filled with love. You are saying, I'm celebrating you, I want you to be you, I want you to be great, because now I'm great, because now I'm loving me. The love of God is like filling me ngalendlela yokuthi angishoti ngalutho, whether ukhona noma ukho ngeke ngiyibone ngicollapse just because wena ukho, because uthando lugcwele aligcwaliswa wena kodwa ligcwaliswa uNkulunkulu empilweni yami. So that is the recipe that you will have to use, that you not have to, that you can use ukuze attract umuntu omdingayo empilweni yakho. I know you say abekho, but bakhona, and bazoyizela bona uzoyizela yena kuwena lo muntu once wena wayigcwalisa waba ilento loyifuna kulo muntu and you become the thing and not ngokuzenzisa not ngokusebenza uthi okay ngoba uma udokotela Suoane udokotela THABISILE MSOMi uthe angibe lezi zinto othi ngizenzeke ngeke azafike lo muntu because you are putting action but you must do it because you want to, you love it, it's your lifestyle, it's part of you, it's like breathing. It's like yabona nje you are just that, it's like breathing. Yes, it's true ukuthi as you teach yourself and you habit ufa ufa ekubeni umuntu omdala then iqiniso lokuthi you will feel the pain of the old you dying, but when you come to a liberation becoming a new you, you'll find ukuthi why ngazanga la kwasekuqaleni, why ngaphilanga kanje kwasekuqaleni. Do it, try it, stop making it about other people. It's about you and you alone. It's your responsibility egameni lika Jesu. So I believe that usizakele namhlanje esikudiscussile namhlanje kukwazile ukuthi kukwakhe wasizakala and you are promising yourself that you are going to become the new you, the best you. You are going to love God more and then love other people. Loving other people will come naturally. So now we have come to the end of our show. Sizobona nakusasake. I'm so looking forward to see what you are becoming. I'm so looking forward to see this new you from the box. And ngiyazi uzongibonga kusasa, uzongibhalela imessage ungitshela ukuthi ma ngiyabonga what you've shared with me ngiapplyile and kwenzile umehluko empilweni yami. So having said those words, thank you so much. May the Lord bless you. As siphuma ke manje siphuma nge instrumental song by Ubaba Ncanda, Pastor Ncanda egameni lika Jesu. Amen. By the way, Ntambama sinayo eschatology by Dr. Suoane MSOMi. Join us in Ntambama uzozo uNkulunkulu uthini in Jesus name.